Today I'm starting a new series called Sourdough Sunday and I'm making a bacon cheddar sourdough loaf. First I have a large bowl and a kitchen scale and I zeroed out the scale. Next I'm going to add 125 grams of sourdough starter. Then I'm going to add about 280 grams of warm water. Then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. Then I'm going to take the bowl off the scale and mix it up. Then I'm going to put the bowl back on the scale and zero it out and add 475 grams of bread flour. Next I'm going to take the bowl back off the scale and mix it up until the dough forms. After mixing the dough for about a minute or two, I'm going to go in with my hands to finish mixing up the dough. Then I'm going to cover the bowl with plastic wrap and let it rest for 30 minutes. Now that it's been 30 minutes, I'm going to take the plastic wrap off and do some stretch and folds, which just means I'm going to take one side of the dough and lift it up and then put it back down and keep doing that on each side of the dough until you do the whole bowl of dough and then cover it back up and let it rest for another 30 minutes. Now that it's been another 30 minutes, I'm going to do another round of stretch and folds and then cover the dough back up and let it rest again for another 30 minutes. Now that it's been another 30 minutes, I'm going to do the third and final round of stretch and folds and then I'm going to cover this back up and let this proof for 8 to 12 hours or until the dough doubles in size. Now my dough has doubled in size, I'm going to take it out of the bowl and put it on a floured surface and press it down and stretch it until I have a rectangle shape. Next I cubed up an 8-ounce block of sharp cheddar cheese. I'm going to sprinkle some of it onto the dough. Then I cooked and chopped up 12 ounces of bacon. I'm going to sprinkle some of it on top. Next, I'm going to take one side of the dough and fold it over and then sprinkle the rest of the cheese and bacon on top. Then I'm going to take the other side of the dough and fold it over and then roll it up and then form it into a log. Now I have a greased loaf pan. I'm going to add the dough into the loaf pan, cover it up and let this cold proof in the fridge for 6 hours. After the 6 hours, I'm going to take the plastic wrap off the bread and I'm going to score the top of it and then bake this at 425 for 40 to 50 minutes. Once the bread was done baking, I let it cool for 2 hours and now I'm going to cut into it. Here's an up close look at the bacon cheddar sourdough loaf.